Whatever happened to humility? Modesty has been replaced by Angel Reese. Her following of lonely men, downloading pics on OnlyFans. Everywhere you look, everywhere it's a mythical streak of fake accomplishments from Angel Reese. The Bayou Barbie has been humbled again. And this time, the humility was not delivered by fans of Caitlin Clark, or as Angel Reese prefers to call them. And I'm talking about the original Angel Reese, better known to friends and family as Mama Reese. I'm not talking about Angel Reese, the dump diver on the junior varsity team known as the Chicago Bravado. Mama Reese, she prefers to call fans of Caitlin Clark the others, or that certain fan base, or as the media would call them, white people. There has been this false narrative that Caitlin Clark fans are against Angel Reese, but this time, the humility delivered to Angel Reese, it came from one of her pretend friends in the mainstream media. You know, in our modern culture of selfishness and instant gratification, humility seems to be a scarce resource. To be perfectly honest with you, you could say the same thing about my generation when we were younger. When I was young, I had a tendency to be arrogant like most young men do. If I had this platform in my early 20s, I would have been obnoxiously arrogant. But as we get older and more mature, more wise, we start to understand the value of humility. Colin Cowherd is the most talented sports broadcaster in sports talk radio. Well, KC, that is outrageous. Colin Cowherd is terrible. He's always getting things wrong. It's not about right and wrong. Matter of fact, you don't want to be right all the time. Getting things wrong, it humanizes you. It makes you more relatable. It also gives arrogant young men in your audience this false sense of confidence that they know something that you don't. It makes them feel better about themselves, so they will keep watching you and hang on to every word that you say, waiting for the next opportunity to correct you. Colin Cowherd, he is unbelievably talented, but you'll never hear him say that. You'll never hear him brag about himself. You'll never see Colin Cowherd proclaim himself as king, unlike some other self-proclaimed king who probably has a crown tattooed on his ass while he's at home sitting on it watching his colleagues in the NBA playoffs. Colin Cowherd is confident, but he's not arrogant. He has no reason to be arrogant. His resume speaks for itself. You see, oftentimes, the most arrogant individuals, they are the most insecure individuals. Have you guys seen the movie American Gangster? Denzel Washington stars as Frank Lucas, a former kingpin from Harlem in New York. There's a line in the movie that I've never forgotten. Denzel Washington is talking to one of his younger brothers who is sharply dressed. He's flashing his money around a nightclub. Denzel Washington pulls him aside and says, "The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room." That line perfectly describes the difference between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. One of them is silent. She doesn't feel the need to elevate herself because she's already on top, while the other is constantly reminding us of how great she is. She's constantly reminding us of her so-called impact on pretend basketball. And now, with her popularity and drawing power rapidly declining, Angel Reese is being humbled by the same media that gave her this false bravado. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, going to be talking about the re-release of woke Snow White. For reasons unknown, Disney decided to release Snow White in theaters again. I guess they are working hard to be nominated and recognized at the third annual Huge Embarrassing Failure Awards later this year. As expected, the re-release of Snow White was a disastrous failure. I'll give you the box office details, so click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. Let me give you a little bit of context before I show you what happened on Tuesday. Let me give you a brief glimpse into the arrogance of Angel Reese Jr. Let's go back to early June of 2024. Caitlin Clark has done the impossible. She has elevated the WNBA into the mainstream. She has turned this rancid dump into a polished turd. Normal people are praising the Great White Hope. They are giving her the credit she deserves. For the first time, possibly ever, people are actually buying tickets to WNBA games with money. And they're buying tickets with actual American dollars. Pesos are no longer the dominant currency in the WNBA dump. During a pregame press conference before one of the Chicago Bravado's meaningless games that no one watched, Angel Reese was explaining to the media that she deserves credit for the increased attention that the WNBA is receiving. Now, in her defense, her pretend friends in the media created this false narrative. Her pretend friends spent the previous month telling her lies. Oh, Angel, you're so amazing! Your mythical streak of double-doubles should be celebrated! You're a role model for young women. You have elevated this forgotten league. Don't let this white girl take all your credit. You go out there and demand the respect that you haven't earned. At the time, Angel Reese had a choice. She could either bite into the shit sandwich that the media was serving, or she could remain humble and realize that people are going to talk. People are going to create narratives, and it really means nothing. The only thing that matters is people are talking about the WNBA. But they should be the ones talking, the media, the people, the fans. They should be the ones talking. Not you. Unfortunately for Angel Reese, she took a gigantic bite of the shit sandwich, and the smell has come back to haunt her. Watch for yourself.
Women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that.
We? Who in the hell is we? Who is this we that Angel Reese spoke of? There is no we elevating the WNBA. There is no they, and there's damn sure no them. The only proper pronoun elevating the WNBA is I, and the only person qualified to use that pronoun is Caitlin Clark. Tuesday afternoon, the Chicago Bravado held a press conference. I'm assuming they were introducing the team to the media, or maybe they were showcasing missing persons they found, hoping family and friends will call to identify them. But either way, the Bravado were speaking to the media, and believe it or not, the media actually showed up. Normally, the media is overly friendly with Angel Reese Jr. They're not asking real questions. They're not tripping her up with gotcha questions. They're not asking questions that people actually want to know the answer to. Questions like, why do you struggle until the final 2 minutes of a 30-point blowout? You're the best player in the league in garbage time, but you struggle when the game actually matters. Why? But Tuesday, there was a noticeable shift. There was someone in the media who was willing to ask Angel Reese a real question. and Angel Reese was in no mood to answer. Watch for yourself.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on.
All right, the question is why? Why was Angel Reese so bothered by this? Why did Angel Reese immediately shut down this question? Not only did Angel Reese shut it down, the janitor for the Chicago Bravado, who just so happened to be mopping the floor, he stepped in and defended his Angel. Why? This was a legitimate question about something that Angel Reese had personally said. To my knowledge, she has not been asked about it once. It has been almost a full year, so I don't think it's inappropriate for the media to ask a follow-up. And as you guys know, Uncle KC is no defender of the mainstream media. So why would Angel Reese shut this question down? I think there's a couple of reasons. Number one, Angel Reese knows it's not true. Look, Angel Reese is no dummy. She sees the empty seats. She saw the ratings for Unrivaled. She saw the empty arena in Baton Rouge last month when the Bayou Barbie returned to the Bayou to complete silence. Angel Reese knows her impact on the WNBA is minimal when compared to Caitlin Clark, which leads to number two. And I think this is the main reason. Angel Reese knows her popularity is on the decline. I also think Angel Reese knows this is a critical season for her in the WNBA. The other day, she claimed that she was tired of losing. She is dedicated to winning this season with the Chicago Bravado. In leagues like the NFL, the NBA, winning cures all. The Indiana Pacers were an afterthought during the regular season. Hell, Tyrese Halliburton, he was voted by his colleagues as the most overrated player in the NBA. But over the last month, and especially over the last 2 weeks, Tyrese Halliburton has been one of the biggest stars in the league. Why? The Pacers are winning. They're in the national spotlight. Unfortunately for Angel Reese, that is not the case in the dump. The Las Vegas Anonymous Faces, they are the best team in the league. No one cares. There's a reason they're called the Anonymous Faces. It's not because they're famous. It's because they're anonymous. When they return home for family reunions, they got to pay to get inside. Whether it's fair or not, WNBA players are judged by their drawing power. Angel Reese was winning when she was at LSU. She couldn't sell out home games. Attendance on the road was even worse. And now, she doesn't just have to worry about being overshadowed by Caitlin Clark. She could also be overshadowed by Paige Bueckers. I have been telling you guys for weeks, the media is going to be focused on Paige and Kate. Look at what's already happened. The same media that relentlessly defended her, the same media that falsely elevated her, is now asking Angel Reese about her impact or lack thereof on the WNBA. Give me your thoughts on this. Angel Reese questioned about her impact on pretend basketball, and she immediately shuts the question down. Why? I gave you 2 potential reasons. Give me yours. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.